Welcome back, everybody. Police say a FedEx driver kidnapped a 7-year-old girl and killed her, and they say that he confessed to it after being arrested. Tanner Lynn Horner was arrested and charged with capital murder of a person under age 10. Police in Paradise, Texas, which is just outside of Fort Worth, say Athena Strand was reported missing on Wednesday and became the subject of an Amber Alert. Police told the media she got into an argument with her stepmother and apparently left the home. Her stepmother didn't realize she wasn't in her room until a while later and then called 911. After a huge search, Athena's body was found days later, 11 miles from her home. Police found out that Athena went missing right around the time that Horner was dropping off a package for FedEx in front of the house. And authorities say Horner didn't know the Strand family before this. He's in jail on $1.5 million bond. On Facebook, Athena's grandfather said that he forgives the alleged killer, posting, "There's not 1 ounce of my flesh that wants to do this or say this, but my spirit has heard God's voice, and right now, while tears flood my eyes, I declare publicly that I forgive this man." Police commented on the strength of the community during a news conference.
This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end.
Terry, it's pretty remarkable that the grandfather says that he forgives the killer, but from a legal perspective, do you think that that statement could impact the case in any way?
You know, it actually could. I'm surprised to hear someone say this early in the case that they forgive the killer. You go through a range of emotions from denial to anger to sadness. But when you make a statement like that, it could ultimately impact a jury. And if that jury heard the statement, and chances are a prospective juror might hear that statement, then it could affect their deliberations. And this is Texas, and this is a death penalty state. And they could very well spare his life, thinking that they don't want to punish the individual even more than the family might want to. We still have not heard, however, from the rest of the family. This is the grandfather. Perhaps the parents might feel a little differently, but I do think that kind of comment could affect the jury at the end of the day.
I'll tell you, that's not a comment you hear very often in these kinds of cases. Brian, I turn it over to you. What about FedEx? Could they be on the hook for damages in a case like this? I mean, he was their guy.
Absolutely. So my understanding is that he was a freelance worker for FedEx, but he still went through the same interview process. So the question becomes, what is your interview process? Sure, you said he had no criminal record, but do you dive deeper into understanding the people that you're going to put literally on other people's doorsteps? Whether or not they're going to get sued, I think it would behoove FedEx to reevaluate how they interview and how they hire people, because at least in this community, I don't think they're going to be trusting FedEx vans pulling up to their front yard or their front door anytime soon. Something's got to be done. Now, if there is a problem in their hiring process, either something that they missed that's already outlined in their own steps that they need to do, or their practices are just out of date and not that good, that other places like UPS or whatever might find better ways to interview, that could also be a problem.
Yeah, maybe a reevaluation is necessary in this kind of case.